Yo, welcome to Ball Central. It is your boy Phil. If you love WWE, you realize that WrestleMania just passed, and I wanted to do a quick tier list of all the matches that happened on both nights, Saturday and Sunday. So, if you're new here, welcome to Ball Central. Basically, the channel slash podcast that a bunch of guys who love sports and humors talk about it. They combine the both their loves into one. We're mostly NBA and NFL, but we do talk WWE, MLB, etc., etc. So, hey, if you're new here, make sure you like and follow. Uh, Drop a comment as well, and also subscribe so you can turn on notifications. So, WrestleMania 40, great WrestleMania, a lot of great matches, a lot of good superstars. Cody Rhodes finished his story and more. So, pretty much, we're going to go on the tierlistmaker.com website and just go from each match and just rank them within the tiers. It'll be shown right now. Okay, here is the tier list. Here are all the matches. All the matches down below, obviously, on the bottom. And your tiers are cinema, best match, best match. That's it. Absolute cinema, a movie, theatrics, etc., etc. That's for me is where I'm going to put the best match of the night. Storytelling, moves, athleticism, everything you need in a match, storytelling and more. That will be in the cinema tier. Banger, great match. Mid, got the job done. I mean, it was all right, I guess. It's a little bit below mid. It was necessary, but it wasn't phenomenal. And then why is this here? It's pretty much why it says right there. Why is this here? Why was this a WrestleMania match? It could have been some others that could have replaced it. So the matches are Becky versus Rhea, the six-pack ladder match, LWO versus Dom and Santos, Jay versus Jimmy, Bianca, Jade, and Naomi versus Damage Control, Sammy versus Gunther, Rhodes and Rollins versus Rock and Roman, Seth versus Drew, Street Profits, The Pride, and Bobby Lashley. Basically, The Pride, Street Profits, and Bobby Lashley versus Final Testament, LA versus AJ, then Logan versus Randy versus KO, EO versus Bailey, and then the last match of the night, Roman versus Cody. So we're going to go. Let's go with why is this here? I'm just gonna go tier by tier, and I might move some stuff around, but let's go top. Let's go from bottom to top. So, first one, why was this here? I'm gonna go Andrade and Ray. It's supposed to be Dragon Lee and Ray. I don't know what happened to make the switch, but it happened. I feel like this could have been like the SmackDown before WrestleMania, and I plus adding Andrade this late into this rivalry with it's basically a Ray and Dom mini rivalry, etc., etc. So then adding Santos, I don't know. I just felt like, and the more upsetting part was Dom didn't win. He's 0-3 at WrestleMania now. Ray won and Andrade. Plus the Eagles got involved. I mean, it's nice to get them involved, but I just feel like that this could have been a Friday Night SmackDown episode, to be honest. Also, why was this here? Honestly, I feel like this one was the Pride versus the Final Testament. Yes, it has some great action, and even B-Fab and Scarlett Bordeaux had a moment where DDT, or no, sorry, Russian leg sweep backwards on the ropes onto the table. But again, I feel like this also could have been a Friday Night SmackDown match. I think it was the second. Usually, second matches are usually the bathroom breaks, and this was, I think, night 2. So, yeah, I mean, this rivalry didn't have much steam going into WrestleMania. I know it's gonna have much steam coming out, so it is what it is. And so I think that's it for why this is here. Personally, decent matches, but was it really needed for WrestleMania? Next one, got the job done. So, first one, got the job done. Jimmy versus Jay, super kick fest. We saw a lot of the same move sets, a lot of repeats. If there was a drinking game of let's see how many times you can see super kick and you take a shot. Drunk in the first 5 minutes. um, the story was good, the build up was decent, but at the end of the day, wasn't a spectacular match from these guys, and it basically got the job saying, you know, the rivalry, the match that these two wanted ever since they were beginners here in WWE. Hey, it's a story to get the bloodline storyline get moving too. So it got the job done for the Usos and their rivalry with each other. Next one got the job done. I'm gonna go Jade, Naomi, and Bianca versus Damage Control. Basically, this was the match to showcase Jade Cargill and her movesets and Naomi's first WrestleMania back. I mean, yeah, not too much theatrics as well. Basically, just to showcase Jade Cargill, and they did just that, so they got the job done. Next one, I'm gonna say I think that's good for got the job done. Actually, I'm gonna say this one as well. I love Bailey, I love Io, both tremendous talents, but compared to the other matches, this has to be got the job done just because we all knew the storyline. Bailey created Damage Control, now she has to destroy it. The ending was pretty good and a nice reversal from Io near the end of the match to avoid Bailey's finisher. But other than that, basically to close the book, give Bailey her flowers with Damage Control and give her the title, it got the job done. So I'm pretty sure it's good with that. And now mid. Whew. This one's tough. I'm gonna say mid. Compared to but for me, Rhea and Becky was better than all the 5 matches above. Basically, Rhea just strengthened her case as one of the best females / superstars in the company, etc., etc. Defending the title once again on the biggest stage of all against one of the best superstars, women superstars of our generation, our decade, I believe. So, I mean, the storyline was good. So there's some good moves as well, but compared to the ones I have above it and below it, right in the middle. I'm gonna say, oof, this is gonna be tough. Mid. Or do I just? I feel like I'm gonna have more bangers than everything else. You know what? I'm gonna skip mid for now. I'm just gonna start the bangers. The bangers are gonna be the easier ones. Let's see. We're gonna go. Oh, this one. Banger. The 6-pack ladder match. Basically, R-Truth and Miz won the Raw titles, and Waller and Theory won the SmackDown titles. Nice way to finally divide the titles. There's action. There's comedy from Miz and R-Truth, and most importantly, more than got the job done. And there's some great moves done here. One move that I liked near the end of the match, Johnny Gargano to, I think it was Pete Dunne. It was one of the new Catch Republic guys. DDT onto the table, a bunch of great moves, banger. Also, another banger. Gunther versus Sammy. Yes, the result was not what everyone expected, Sammy winning, but a lot of great moves in this match, including the brain bust DDT on top of the top rope, on top of the turnbuckle by Sammy to Gunther. Great moves. Plus, it was basically Gunther dominating the whole match, and the Sammy, as sort of as the underdog, came back and found his moment and struck and basically got the W. And his entrance, fire. One of the best entrances for Sammy of all WrestleMania. Basically going from the backstage, talking to everybody, getting motivation from him and his family, then boom, out the entrance. So, banger. Another banger, personally. LA Knight, AJ Styles. Great. Some are saying this might have been LA Knight's best wrestling match in WWE. Also, AJ Styles is one of the best wrestlers in the company, so it makes sense. It makes sense LA Knight gets some shine. Hopefully, AJ Styles can have his shining moment, like his, a proper farewell / goodbye before he retires because he's up there in age, and LA Knight build the momentum to go even higher in the company than he already is. So, banger match from those two. Next one, triple threat U.S. match. Speed was in this match, apparently. He was a prime bottle because Logan made his entrance, prime bottle behind him. People were thinking, oh, it's a KSI again. Is it Jake Paul, who was there already in the crowd, so it couldn't be him. But Speed helped save Logan Paul from a punt. But this action was crazy. First, it started off with Logan getting jumped by KO and Randy. Then they said, fuck it. We have to fight each other eventually, so let's just do it respectfully. They fought. great moves. Randy Orton with a beautiful pop-up powerbomb, avoiding it, but RKOing Kevin Owens in the middle of it. Logan Paul survived. Uh, Randy Orton survived a knockout punch from the brass knuckles from Logan Paul. So a lot of great action in this as well. So banger. I'm gonna say Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Hey, I'm gonna say banger. Seth Rollins and Drew always puts a good match. I didn't see most of the match, but I saw some highlights and action from it. Basically, this is a banger to me just because the storytelling and the ending as well. Not only Seth Rollins gives Drew McIntyre's props, but Drew McIntyre gets greed, showboating, whatever you want to call it, ego gets the best of him. He taunts in front of CM Punk, and when he's not looking, CM Punk sweeps the leg like the Karate Kid. And then next thing you know, he's jumping him, and then Damian Priest shows up and cashes in. Damian Priest finally gets his moment. All the taunting of him not getting cashed and the briefcase finally goes away. He's now the World Heavyweight Champion, and Drew McIntyre looks like a dummy. Yeah. So banger for that reason. Storytelling, and these two always put a good match. They're one of the top stars in the company, Rollins and McIntyre. So banger. And then the last banger of the match. I'm pretty, reliant on bangers. 2v2, Seth and Cody losing to Roman and Rock. Basically, this is setting up for after the Bloodline rules. Basically, The Rock powering his will, saying, if you count us out, you're fired. So, hey, The Rock did their thing. The Rock took bumps, tables, through different objects. He proved a lot of people wrong, saying he'd be tired in the first 5-10 minutes, but he worked out there. He was a workhorse out there, taking a lot of bumps, made some moves, great moves, took a spear from Roman even. So, hey. And plus the ending shot of Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring looking depressed like last WrestleMania. Storytelling as well, setting up for night 2. Great match, great storytelling, banger. And now, obviously you knew this one was going to be there. Cinema. Roman versus Cody, night 2, the 1v1 for the championship. Where do I begin? You know what? The whole match was great, move sets and everything. Cody and Roman both showed out with their skills, but let's talk about the storytelling here. The last 5 minutes of the match, everyone comes through. Once you think Roman's gonna win by interference again, Jimmy comes out first. Jay handles him. Solo comes out. John Cena handles him. Rock comes out, handles Cena. Undertaker comes out of nowhere, who was supposed to be replacing Steve Austin, so takes The Rock out. And then Seth Rollins shows up in the middle of that as well with the Shield entrance, which a lot of people thought was Jon Moxley, me myself included, because I'm a dummy. But then Roman stops him, Superman punch. But then after all that, Cody, Roman, and Seth are in the ring. Seth is wearing the Shield gear, fighting his way to get up because he's been injured through the last 2 days, been through hell with all the fights. McIntyre beginning of the night, Roman and Rock the night before. He gets up. There's a chair in the ring. So basically, Cody, Roman holding a chair, and Seth. And Roman reigns through all the heartbreak and betrayal that he's been through because of Seth Rollins. He doesn't pick up the Mama Rhodes belt that The Rock dropped. He picks up the chair, and just like what Seth Rollins did to him a while back, he hits Seth Rollins with it. It gets distracted and tries to spear Cody, but Cody reverses, hits the Trinity Crossroads, and Cody wins. Just beautiful storytelling, long-term storytelling. Roman Reigns' betrayal got the best of him because instead of focusing on Cody, he wants to get his revenge and hurt Seth Rollins the same way he hurt him. But I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins hurt him a lot more because that costed him the match. That costed him the championship. That costed him the 1,300 plus days. So it's beautiful storytelling from it and a great way for Cody to finish the story. So, yeah. Do I want to move anything? Is that the question? I feel like there wasn't much mid. And I think don't think mid as the worst possible option because it's not obvious that there's 2 tiers above it. But for mid, Uh, I feel like I want to bounce mid and got the job done. You know what? Uh, uh, you know what? I'm moving mid here just because I like the Io Sky reversal and Bailey finally getting her flower storytelling. I'm gonna move to mid. So yeah, this is what I think. Why is this here? This is the final tier list. This is what I'm going with. I'm sticking with it. If you have any arguments or agree with me, link down below to the channel. Make sure you subscribe down below as well. Comment as well. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Where would you put everything as well? I'm pretty sure that they had this on the tier maker list website. So just look for it, WrestleMania 40 matches, and you'll be good. So here's my official tier list. Why is this here? The LWO and Dom and Santos mask. The Philadelphia Street Fight match, and they got the job done. The Usos and the 3v3 versus Damage Control, and then the mid, the two women matches that were 1v1s, Becky and Rhea versus Io and Bailey, and then the bangers, six pack ladder match, IC Championship match, LA versus AJ, Triple Threat US, Seth versus Drew, and then the 2v2 between Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman, and then the cinema match, of course, Rock versus Roman versus Cody for the championship. Cody finished the story. So hey, that is that. Hey, if you like the tier list, let me know. If you hated it, also let me know. I'm always open to criticism. Did you enjoy WrestleMania 40? What was your favorite matches, worst matches, thoughts, and any opinions you have on it? Let's chat down below. We love the comment section here. So, with that being said, WrestleMania 40 is in the books. I'm looking forward to see how they prop up WrestleMania 41. So, with that being said, Baller Central, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you check us out. We love sports and humor. We love to combine those as well. Make sure you subscribe and put a notification so you know we upload, like, and comment. And we'll see you next time on Baller Central. Yeah.